Hello, good morning, good evening and all that jazz. I just thought I'd show you the progress of these two. I've started to colour that one green. You've probably seen on my Instagram account that I've posted updates and which filters through to my Facebook page. I've started to colour this one as well, but this one's going to be a bit more complex with lots of shadows and everything and highlights and just zombie colours. But yeah, I like the green colour of the toxic sort of sewer zombie skull skeleton thing. All the bricks I just need to do in the background and just finish stuff off and add extra details. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly show you them before I begin another sketch. A new day, a new sketch. So let's get to it. So a new week, a new set of drawings to work on, just new ideas really. I still haven't exhausted the skull sort of ideas that I want to do, so I'm afraid it's more skull based illustration drawings that I'll be creating and trying to colour and finish and sell, and yeah. I need to create a good sort of portfolio of work. So this skull idea is more of an illustration idea. I wanted to have maybe like a hand here, and it's sort of like being nailed to the wall or something. The usual stuff. So maybe that's some kind of wooden stake or something driven into his head to nail him to the wall. Figure out the hands, the fingers. And that's been shoved through his hand. So yeah, I'm sort of liking these illustrations where they're not just my typical skulls. There's probably a little story behind them or something like that, a bit more of a background as well. Sort of ask yourself, why has it been pinned to the wall? Who cares? I don't know. So yeah, just different cool stuff to draw really, my kind of stuff. Lots of shadow in the eyes as usual. Yeah, empty eye sockets. A few gaps in the teeth. So yeah, the hand will need a bit more work obviously. Like a big bony fingered hand, really skeletal, but I think there's a bit of flesh still on it as well, here and there. Just have to work out. We have the other two fingers coming over across the hand there. Yeah, still not quite right, but we'll get there in the end. Maybe the hand's going that way. So flesh bits here and there. Maybe not have that end on the thing, maybe just do a razor like that on the little wooden stake thing. An old sort of look at armour, maybe like an old skeleton warrior possibly, I don't know. So yeah, I just need to work out these fingers slightly. Maybe have them just curving along the way slightly and make it look a little bit better. Look a little long, but I'll leave them as is for now. Some ideas can be worked out and others can't, but for now that hand isn't sitting right with me at the moment. The skull head is though, so it may need a bit more work, so I'll probably come back to it. So I came to the conclusion that it was the thumb that was sort of out of place, so I'll erase that and I'll just try and... I've given the sort of Undead skeleton warrior or whatever, sort of like claw thing, claw hands, makes it sort of demonic. I think that works a little bit better, that thumb. Could change, who knows. So yeah, I've given the hand a bit more like fleshy looking stuff over it, and yeah, seems to work. Just gone over all the teeth and things as well. Yeah, so to give it a bit more fleshy look, I can add some more blood and stuff into it, you know, and but the blood will be maybe like a darker crimson or something like that, like rotten colour, all coming out of the hand and maybe the head. So I'm going to ink this soon, and then I'll consider colouring it at a different time, pretty much like I've done with the other illustrations. I'll try and show you some updates of them as well, like I did earlier on, and yeah, it's a good way of working this. I'll be doing this all this week. I may do something different next time, I don't know, or the next week, I do not know. I like to change the format and do some different things sometimes, because it's, you know, gets a bit, not boring, but gets a bit sort of the same thing all the time. Try and sketch something else. So yeah, I said this undead skeleton skull warrior thing was sort of like nailed to the wall. I think it will be a wall. They're not typical bricks. I think it'll be the old fashioned huge like slabs of brick in the background. So I'll try and read different sizes of bricks. Of course there won't be bricks down there, there'll be shoulder pad thing, and then the arm comes up. Yeah. Still needs a bit more working out, but cracks in the wall. For now it's an illustration idea that I'd like to develop, so I'm going to start to ink this anyway. I'm just going to use some Pigma microns just to quickly mark out the main important features, such as the eyes and the, well, pretty much everything on the skull really is important, teeth and all. Inking this really quickly, just almost sketchy like. The hand looks a bit better anyway. I think it's as good as it's going to get anyway, so I'll probably ink that thicker lines underneath and then thin it out, and pretty much the rest of it as well. Get this thicker marker now, start to add thicker lines where I want it to. Like I said, I wanted quite thick looking lines, try and add a bit of good shadow to that wooden little stake thing, just on one side of it though. And I can fill the rest of that in later with thinner ink pens as usual. Let's get the thicker shadow side. Which will be under the fingers sort of thing. Try and angle it slightly just to draw it a little bit better. I'm making it like wobbly looking lines because it's like rotten, sort of bony looking fingers, so I'm going to try and get that all in there. Thicker line just underneath just to look like the shadow. And then there'll be dark spaces just under there, more shadow. I'll get this line under here, sort of the armour, maybe match it up underneath there. And then the line on the top will be like slightly thinner, except near the edges where the shadow hits it. And there's some shadow in the mouth cavity. Not too much though, because I want to do quite a bit of cross hatching in there. So from the hand sort of starting off quite dodgy looking, it's not looking too bad. It still doesn't look quite right, but I'm continuing with the drawing anyway, because any drawing is an idea or a concept, and it can remain a concept until you finish it. So yeah, there's method to the madness. More shadow underneath there, and I think a bit just in the eyes. I like to get a lot of the shadow at the top of the eyes, so it'll be darker than the spaces at the bottom usually. So yep, so I'll switch to that other ink pen, which is the Pigma Micron 03, and just start to maybe, no, let's go for this bit now, this wooden bit, try and get some of that wood grain in there. Yeah, do the little details as well on the skull, with stuff dripping off as well that we can add in there. It should look pretty cool looking. I really like the shape of the skull anyway. It looks quite good. There'll be a lot of cross hatching and other stuff going on, but I'll add that later on. I just want to get the basic line drawing down, basic inks, and I can come back to it and show you if and when I add, you know, the colouring and stuff too, like I've tried to do with all the others that I've started last week. So yeah, that's a wooden stake thing. I just leave that bit so it looked a bit ridiculous. So just like little wooden pegs that look like, you know, so it's been like pegged to the wall, and that's the idea with that. So yeah, they want some cracks to make the skull look a bit more crumbly, almost like it's caving in slightly. Just a cool effect. Like I said, there's like blood and stuff all dripping off. So like the thinner line there on the armour. Yeah, it's shaping up quite well, I'd say. Not too bad. Again, keep that wobbly line on the rotten hands, because I can add more detail to that. And like I said, I want it to be like real, sort of like fleshy looking, but sort of like rotten flesh, almost like dry powdered dust when I eventually colour it as well. That's one of the colours I want to go for anyway, you know, because it's like an undead skeleton warrior thing. All that blood dripping off. Yeah, it's shaping up quite good. So what I'll do is I'll just ink the rest of this, come back to it and show you what I've done. So pretty much that's it really. I've just inked like the bit of the background, loose looking bricks, not like even looking slabs of brick like they used to do in the old days, sort of like medieval times I think. Still, I just made it up anyway. There's just like little cracks and stuff that I can just start to work in there where the wooden things have been driven through. Maybe cracks in the wall as well that was already there. It's an old looking wall that I can just add more to as I go along, but for now that's done. So I'm going to leave the vlog there today. Sort of started off a bit dodgy, but then sort of brought it back. It's still a good illustration, so look for the colour version sometime soon. I'm doing a couple of random colour time lapses for, you know, these. You've already seen one with the horror skull drawing with the blood coming out of it and the sort of galaxy in the background. I've still got a few little details to add to that as I go along, but you'll see some odd time lapses here and there, and some updates that I'll do separately, showing you sort of like the colouring of these illustrations. So yeah, so I'll leave it there. I'll just say thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.